Hey guys, Rick here at Healing Field Farm. Today I want to talk about making money on your homestead. There are really so many ways, and sometimes people just don't know where to start. They get overwhelmed. They have so many ideas. But then there's a lot of ideas that maybe people don't think of as well. And you can make a good, profitable living off your land if you really put the time and effort and planning into it. So I'm just going to shoot out some ideas on how you guys can make money living on your homestead. Um, and like I said, there is so many. So maple syrup is one. If you have a lot of maple trees out there, that is a lot of work and time consuming to turn it into syrup. And you generally don't get a lot out of what you tap, but it's good money. Everybody loves maple syrup, and if you have the trees that's already on your land, that's a great investment. Run some taps and some lines, and you know, it can be a costly investment up front, but there are other ways to build your burners to turn it into maple syrup. Another great option to bring in money on the homestead is Christmas trees. You can buy them for a couple dollars for seedlings, and plant them in 7 years. You can sell them for $25 to $40 once they're grown. So I mean that is an investment that you make now, and you get paid down the road. But that's a good kind of investment at the same time. And you can bring in so many a year if you have the land, and maybe you just want to grow 20 trees and grow them out front or sell them out front of your house closer to Christmas. But uh, you know, a huge part of the population buys Christmas trees every year, and they're much better for the environment than the plastic ones that you buy at the store. I mean, yeah, you use them for 10 years before they burn out or don't work or whatnot, but then they end up in a landfill, and the plastic doesn't biodegrade. It's plastic. So Christmas trees, great option, great way to increase your profits. A couple dollars a tree, and then you sell them for upwards of 25, 40, $50. So you know chickens can be a huge market. You can sell the meat, you can sell the baby chicks, you can sell hatchable eggs, you can sell eggs to eat. um, it's all good business. A lot of people nowadays, they want to know where their meat's coming from. They want to know where their eggs are coming from. They'd rather buy hatchable eggs from somebody local who they know versus ordering them online from one of the bigger operations. They want to know that their meat's treated humanely, and that's important. They want to know that they're not being fed chemicals, and that goes with any meat. Goat, pig, cow, sheep, any meat. People want to know that it's not full of chemicals and growth hormones and all that. So those are also great ways to bring in money. You bring in a few pigs, and you raise them and sell them at butcher time. Um, and that's the trick to homesteading. You have to make sure that you have an income year round. So you can't just make money off your chickens in 1 month and think it's going to last. It's not. You have to put the work in, and you have to have the different streams of income, like I talked a couple days ago. You can have chickens, you can sell the eggs, you can set some eggs aside to be hatchable if you got a rooster. You can raise the meat chickens. You can do turkeys. Everybody buys turkeys at Thanksgiving. You raise some turkeys. You sell the meat. That's a good source of income. You just have to plan and time that right. Meat rabbits are another thing, or rabbits just to sell as pets. Um, you know, Especially around Easter, and I know it's not really a great practice because a lot of bunnies end up in the humane society down the road, but people will buy bunnies, people will buy meat rabbits. Um, there's just so many ways to make money. So, I mean, we talked about meat, we talked about eggs. Maybe you have timber on your property. You can sell the timber. You know, maybe it's in your way and you need more field. Well, you can sell the timber and make more field. You can get a sawmill. You can mill that wood that's on your property, and you can sell the lumber. So, milk, you know, if you have goats or cows, a lot of people want raw milk. Or maybe you put in the investment and you pasteurize it. But you can get goats or milk from goats. You can get milk from sheep. You can get milk from cows. You can make soap from goat's milk. You can make cheese from goat's milk and cow milk. You can make creamer from cow milk. You can make lotions from goat soap. There's just so many different options that you can do, and it's crazy when you really start to think about it. You know, I mean, you could just set up a little farm stand on the corner of your property, out by the road if you're close. You know, you grow your vegetables. You could have a local CSA where people pay you, you know, every month and get a determined amount of produce from you. You could do a market garden and cater to the restaurants and the supermarkets. You could do the farmers markets and sell product there. So there's really a lot of different revenue streams out there that you can really bring in a decent amount of money to make your homestead livable. So you don't have to work, you know, a 40 to 60 hour job somewhere else all the time. You can make enough. Maybe you want to breed dogs, you know, if you have the land. And again, you know, everybody will say, you know, go to the shelter, and I hear you, but if you're going to do something to better the breed and really put the effort and time into it, then I say go for it. You know, that's the right reason to breed a dog. You know, we've talked, we have a golden doodle and a labradoodle, and we plan on breeding double doodles, specifically because of their better temperament and their low allergen fur. I have a son that's autistic, and you know, they make great pets for autistic kids. They're mellow and they're friendly and they're lovable, and that's part of the reason. So you got to really look at all aspects. You can bring in fruit trees and sell the fruit. I would recommend getting dwarf trees because you'll have fruit within a couple of years versus waiting 5 to 10 on a full-grown tree. I'm not saying you can't bring some in. You know, that's a great idea. You're just not going to get a return on them right away. So maybe start off with a few dwarfs, add a few regular, and you know, have a good mixed orchard. You can do berries. You know, plant blackberries, blueberries. People will buy those up easily, especially if they know it's, you know, right from the field, and it's fresh. It's not in a store, been sitting in a cooler for months. So there is tons and tons of ways. If you guys think of any more ways to make money off your homestead, please go ahead and leave those in the comments for the other viewers. I appreciate your time and thank you for watching. If you could give us a like or subscribe below, we would really appreciate it, and it'll notify you so that you can continue to follow us on our journey. And I hope this has been helpful, and thank you. Have a good day. Talk soon.